Initially established as a squadron of Bell UH-1 Echoes within Marine Aircraft Group 16, the checkmates using the tactical call sign Comprise were the first gunship squadron formed in the combat zone and were the largest Huey squadron in the Marine Corps. The checkmates were quickly in combat, supporting 7 battalions in support of Operation Meade River. Over the course of the 20-day operation, Comprise gunships flew nearly 900 firing sorties, while Huey Slicks moved personnel, casualties, and equipment. In December, less than 9 months after formation, the squadron had achieved its first 10,000 flight hours, enabled in its efforts by aircraft availability rates of 81% delivered by Marines of the Maintenance Department. In recognition of the squadron's successes during its first few months of existence, the Commanding General, 3rd Marine Amphibious Force, presented the checkmates with the 3rd MAF Outstanding Performance Award for 1968. Over the next 3 years in combat, the checkmates grew into a force of gunships and slicks that accomplished over 60,000 flight hours. In June 1971, HML-167 was the last remaining helicopter squadron in the skies of the Republic of Vietnam. On 15 June, the final Comprise section of UH-1 Echoes flew offshore from Marble Mountain, landed on the USS Dubuque, and tied up for their voyage to the squadron's new home with MAG-26 aboard Marine Corps Air Station New River, North Carolina. In 40 years, our squadron has deployed to every corner of the globe, providing aviation support to Marines on the ground and representing the goodwill of the American people in peace. 1980, flying humanitarian assistance missions for the people of Haiti and the Dominican Republic devastated by hurricanes. 1983, keeping the peace in Lebanon and making war on the corrupt government of the island of Grenada. 1988, assaulting Iranian intelligence assets on the Sasan oil platform in the Persian Gulf, destroying the structure with TOW missiles fired from the Cobra and inserting troops from the Huey. 1990, conducting the largest non-combatant evacuation of operation since the evacuation of Saigon, safely transporting 3,000 American citizens and foreign nationals from the embattled city of Monrovia in the west of Africa. Later in the same year, our Cobras were in Saudi Arabia in support of Operation Desert Storm, with separate detachments in eastern Turkey and northern Iraq. 1992 and 93 in the Adriatic Sea, responding to an emerging crisis on the Balkan Peninsula, and embarking a detachment of Hueys aboard the aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt in the Red Sea as tensions with Iraq were renewed. 1993, immediately embarked as the air contingency MAGTF to Haiti in response to civil unrest. 1994, over Africa's east coast, assisting in the withdrawal of American troops from the war-torn country of Somalia. 1997, evacuating injured seamen from a flaming merchant vessel 100 miles off the western coast of Africa. On 11 September 2001, the Warriors staged their gear, waiting for the call. And in 2003, we sent 7 Cobras, 5 Hueys, and over 40 pilots, aircrew, and maintainers with HMLA-167th to the Middle East in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. In 2004, we deployed in support of OIF-2, attached once again to our original parent command, MAG-16. With 18 Cobras, 9 Hueys, and a detachment of Marines, the Warriors boarded the USS Bonhomme Richard in January. In February, all 27 aircraft flew from Kuwait across the Iraqi border and landed at Al-Assad Air Base in the Al-Anbar province. Those aircraft, maintained by the Marines of this squadron and delivered by our pilots, have remained in country since that day. Upon returning to New River, the maintainers of HMLA-167 reassembled the squadron, accepting over 100 aircraft over the next year in various states of repair. We've deployed in support of OIF 4 times, while meeting the demands of a high tempo of training and concurrent operations and maintaining, transferring, and accepting aircraft from all corners of the fleet. We've often found ourselves as a squadron of firsts, the first gunship squadron formed in the combat zone, the first to drop a helicopter bomb, the first UH-1 November squadron in the Marine Corps, and the first to fly that helicopter across the American continent, the first designated HMLA in the Marine Corps, when we accepted the AH-1T Cobras and became the Warriors on 1 April 1986. The first Marine helicopters embarked as an amphibious task force aboard an aircraft carrier, the first to fly as escorts to the new MV-22 Osprey, and the first HMLA to occupy the flight line at Al-Assad Airfield, where today we celebrate our 40th birthday, fittingly in a combat zone again.